There's a darkness that walks among us. A darkness wears a smile that looks like a friend, but strikes like a serpent. Not all who smile are kind. Not every outstretched hand offers help. There are people around you who hide poison behind soft words. People who will destroy you and make you believe you destroyed yourself. If you cannot see them, they will break you from within, slowly and silently, until one day you wake up and realize that everything you loved has been turned to ash. But today, we rip away that mask. We expose them, the 5 undeniable signs of an evil person, so that you are never fooled again. Yet there is a greater danger than them, a danger that lies within us. For hatred, anger, and revenge are poisons that destroy the vessel that carries them. So as we uncover the face of evil, we must also uncover ourselves, because the greatest battle is not against them. It is against our own mind, our own rage, our own weakness. The ancient Stoics knew this. Marcus Aurelius, Epictetus, Seneca. They taught that though we cannot control who seeks to harm us, we can control how we stand, unshaken, calm, and clear. So I ask you to stand with me, because what you are about to learn will forever change the way you see others, and perhaps the way you see yourself. Let us walk this path together. But before that, if you value the profound wisdom of Stoics, like this video, subscribe to this channel, and let's explore the secrets of Stoicism for wiser and more balanced life. Sign number 1, they manipulate your perception of reality. The first unmistakable sign of an evil person is their ability to twist reality itself. They don't lie because they need to. They lie because controlling your mind is their goal. Consider this. A man once shared how his partner for years told him he was forgetful, that he misremembered conversations until he no longer trusted his own memory. She would say, "I never said that. You're making things up again." And over time, he believed her. Doubt became his prison. This is called gaslighting, and it is the weapon of manipulators. They don't just deceive you, they make you deceive yourself. As Epictetus reminds us, it's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters. But when someone clouds your mind, when they control how you see the world, they are already shaping your reactions. And if you lose sight of truth, you lose yourself. They hide behind charm, smile while they insert the blade, offer kindness as bait. And slowly, they make you believe you are less than what you are, that your thoughts are broken, that you cannot stand on your own. But remember, the mind is a fortress. As Marcus Aurelius wrote, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this and you will find strength." So when you feel reality slipping, pause, breathe, observe. Ask yourself, what is true? What do I know? Because clarity is the weapon of the wise. And when you see through their game, you take back your power. Sign number 2, they feed on chaos and conflict. This sign is clearly unmistakable. They thrive in chaos. Where peace exists, they shatter it. Where harmony breathes, they suffocate it. They do not seek calm, because calm exposes their emptiness. They fear silence, because in silence their mask slips. Instead, they stir trouble, whispering lies like poison, setting people against one another, and standing back to watch as the fire burns. There was once a man in a workplace Always friendly on the surface, but behind closed doors, he would sow division. He would say to one coworker, "You know, John doesn't think you're pulling your weight." And then turn to John and say, "You should watch out. People are talking about you." Neither of these things were true, but by planting seeds of doubt, he watched as friendships fell apart, as trust was shattered. Why? Because as long as people were fighting, they weren't paying attention to him. As long as there was conflict, he felt powerful, relevant. Why do they do this? Because in order, their emptiness is exposed. In peace, they are irrelevant. Chaos is their oxygen. They create storms. Because in the storm, they can appear as the one who knows, the savior, or worse, the victim they pretend to be. But in reality, they are the cause of the storm itself. Seneca warns us, the whole future lies in uncertainty. Live immediately. Yet these people fear uncertainty, so they manufacture their own certainty through control, through manipulation. Because if people are at war, no one will stop to see how broken they truly are. Stillness is their enemy. Because in stillness, the truth of their soul would be laid bare. Empty, shallow, afraid. Another example, within families. A woman once shared how her mother-in-law would visit, smiling politely, but always dropping little comments. "Oh, you look tired. Is everything okay between you and my son? I heard from someone that your sister was talking about you. How sad." Each time, tiny daggers meant to stir suspicion, to create unrest. And when confronted, she would say, "Oh, I was just concerned. I only want what's best for everyone." But behind that false concern was a simple truth. She wanted control, and the best way to get it was to ensure that no one trusted anyone else. As a Stoics, how to respond. What do we do when facing such people? Do not feed their fire. Do not react in anger, for that is what they want. Instead, be still. Be like a mountain unmoved by the storm. Because, as Seneca reminds us, it is not that we have a short time to live, but that we waste much of it. And what is a greater waste than to let someone drag you into battles that are not yours? Instead, hold your peace like a shield. Refuse to play their game. Let others rage, let them twist words, but you remain calm, silent, unshaken. Because order and peace expose them. When you refuse to engage, you leave them alone in the chaos they created. And a person who feeds on conflict starves when you give them none. So remember, when someone tries to bring you into their war, when they whisper lies and fan flames, step back, observe, do not react. Say to yourself, "I choose peace over war. I choose clarity over confusion." Because in a world full of noise, your silence can be the loudest answer. Be like the Stoic sage, a mountain amidst the storm, unmoved, unbroken, free. Sign number 3. They have no remorse, only justifications. The third sign of an evil person is their complete lack of remorse. They cause harm, and when confronted, they do not apologize. Instead, they justify, they twist, they blame. Think about this. A woman once shared how her closest friend betrayed her trust, sharing her deepest secrets with others, mocking her behind her back. And when she finally confronted him, broken-hearted, he looked her in the eyes and said, "Well, if you hadn't been so dramatic all the time, maybe I wouldn't have said anything." No apology, no acknowledgement of the pain he caused, only deflection, only shifting the blame onto her. This is a pattern. they hurt you. And when exposed, they find a way to make you the villain, to turn the light away from their own guilt. As Marcus Aurelius teaches, if someone can show me that what I think or do is wrong, I will happily change, for I seek the truth. But these people, they do not seek truth. They seek control, dominance, and pride. They are terrified to admit fault, because admitting fault means giving up power. And to them, power is everything. Their soul is corroded by arrogance, by ego, by a deep fear of vulnerability. But here is the truth. Only the strong can say, I was wrong. Only those committed to growth can embrace correction. So when you face such a person, do not waste your soul trying to awaken theirs. Do not beg them to see your pain. Instead, turn inward. Commit to your own path of truth and humility. Say to yourself, let me be the one who chooses truth over pride. Let me be the one who grows. Because it is better to be wounded by truth than comforted by a lie that rots the soul. Sign number 4, they exploit kindness as a weapon. The fourth sign is subtle, but perhaps one of the most dangerous. They see kindness not as a virtue, but as a weakness to be exploited. They take your compassion, your generosity, and twist it until it serves their will. Epictetus teaches, first say to yourself what you would be, and then do what you have to do. So who do we choose to be? Strong, compassionate, wise. Because kindness, without wisdom, can become a weapon used against us. You must say to yourself, I am kind, but I am not blind. I give, but I will not be used. My compassion has boundaries. To care for others, we must care for ourselves first. Because if we are emptied, if we are broken, we can no longer give to anyone. So when someone tries to guilt you for having limits, remember, limits are not cruelty. They are strength. Sign 5, they destroy what they cannot control. If you refuse to bow to them, if you say no, they try to break you. But here is where Stoic wisdom becomes your armor. Marcus Aurelius said, choose not to be harmed, and you won't feel harmed. When they speak lies about you, remember, their words are only wind. Their hatred is only a reflection of their weakness. What matters is your soul. What matters is who you are when no one is watching. Another man, who had a toxic boss, said that when he finally stood up to him, refusing to be bullied anymore, the boss tried to sabotage his career. But instead of fighting back with hatred, the man stayed calm, kept his integrity, and found a better job. Because at the end of the day, no one can destroy you if you refuse to play their game. So when they attack you, stand firm, silent, unshaken. Because as Marcus reminds us, if you are distressed by anything external, the pain is not due to the thing itself, but to your estimate of it. We choose how much power we give them. We are not at war with others. We are at war with ourselves, with our own passions, our own weakness. As we build our inner citadel, no evil person can tear us down. So I say to you, and to myself, let us be strong. Let us see clearly. Let us choose reason over rage, virtue over vengeance, peace over chaos. Because in a world of darkness, we must be the light. Stay unshaken, stay free.